Uh, Same shirt, same shit, different day. How to get it done when you're 4'1". Um, like to start everything every time, everything I do with thank God. God is good. God is great. Um, we all got to be nice. We do that, thing come out a lot better. You know, me as a Christian and a godly person, such as I am, when somebody asks me to pray before we do something, um, probably going to bow my head. Um, I promise you, I won't laugh and think it's silly. Uh, so, somebody asks you to pray about something first. It's important to them. Pray about it. Maybe something you'll appreciate too. But if you laugh or just blow it off or just think it's stupid, you know, I just don't think that's the way to do it. Uh, Even if you don't think I'm sincere when I say I'd like to pray, prayer has power, even if you're not sincerely praying. Sometimes the power is still there. There's power in prayer. Have faith in faith. God is good, you know, even to bad. God is good, even to bad. We have to remember that. Um, I have to remember to be what I say I am. All right. I have to remember to try to portray myself as what I am. I'm a godly person and I try to do godly things. That means today I'm probably not going to aim a lot of my anger and stuff at somebody else. You know, used to when I would be on the phone with customer service reps or whatever, uh, and they didn't feel like they were listening or I felt like they were dragging it out or whatever, I would start getting really angry. I'd start cussing and screaming and ranting and raving and telling what a sorry SO whatever they were and this and that. And um, how dare them do this and how dare blah blah blah. You know, yeah. Today it's just I realize that not only does that not help me out, but it makes me look like a different person than I really am. All right. My anger today doesn't have to be aimed at someone else. All right. I can smash my finger or my foot and yell and scream. All right. And I probably will. All right. But after I do that, then I kind of just have to shake it off and go on about my business. I don't need to let that continue to happen uh, over and over and over. But today, what we've done is we've been working on getting our dogs secure, and that's what this other podcast was about. That I had to delete because for some reason halfway through it, it just the audio went out. Like I said numerous times before, all this electronic stuff, I try to educate myself and learn as much as I can. But as soon as I educate myself on part of it and learn about that, something else comes out to make it even different or more difficult. But here's our doggy run today. All right, you see the fence up. All right, it kind of contains the dogs in a in a smaller area, one that I can maintain and I can keep my dogs safe. All right, I really expected that when the fence fell down between me and my neighbor's property, um, being that they had a swimming pool, that they would be responsible enough to work on the fence or repair the fence so that their yard was secure. And if their yard was secure, I knew my yard would be secure. I even left notes on their doors to got no reply. Contacted officials around here, and they did reply, and they let me know that it didn't matter that they had a swimming pool. I had a dog, and my dog had gotten out several times, and that was a big deal. And sir, you have a dog, you have to secure the fence. You're going to have to build that fence. It's your responsibility, not theirs. And I was like, You know, I built fences around the entire rest of my yard, and I didn't expect any of my neighbors to pay anything on them. And I did that to keep my dogs from barking at them when they were in the backyard. I put the fences up in such a way for their benefit more than mine, trying to be a good neighbor. Well, I can't expect my neighbors to be good neighbors too. It's not their responsibility to be good neighbors. It's only my responsibility to be me a good neighbor. It's not my responsibility to worry about whether they are or they aren't. I just have to be the good person. You know, I can't expect somebody else to do something good just because I do something good. You know, that's called expectations. When we put expectations on things, we're always going to be disappointed. So today I'm feeling better than I was yesterday than I did the day before. I've been draining the poison out of this abscess on my leg, which makes me have a little bit clearer head. Um, kind of relaxed about different situations like the dog and what have you, and I just closed them up where they couldn't get past the shop. Now, did they leave me a whole bunch of presents in the shop? Yes, they did. But now they can go out a little bit in the backyard. Tomorrow, hopefully, I can get out there and clean up the shop. That's how I get it done when I'm 4'1". Just a little bit at a time, one bite at a time, one piece at a time. And when I do something, I try to make sure that it's something I can take care of in a later time. Again, if I have to, easily or easier than I had to go through at this time. You know, continue to make my environment more friendly to my um, abilities. Um, done that with my house, you know, the whole 9 yards. Everything I've tried to do was make it more convenient to take care of the abilities that I have today. You know, I've always been used to taking care of things for myself and being able to do things for myself. Well, today I can do that to a certain extent as long as my environment is prepared for me to be able to handle it. You know, everybody says, you're so blessed to have that nice big house. Well, no, it's not really a blessing, it's a curse. All right. The blessing is I've tried to figure out a way, and I have figured out a way to put things in such an order that I can take care of in my living spaces. You know, no longer, like I said, no longer heat and cool the entire house to a comfortable temperature. Heat and cool my suite back here to a comfortable temperature with that unit over there. That allows me to keep the electric bill down to such an amount that I'm able to take care of it on the budget that I have. Um, and like I said, everything else, I try to keep everything manageable within my abilities, budget abilities, um, um, work abilities, the whole 9 yards. Is it something I can manage and take care of? If it's not, is there a way I can do that? You know, is there a way I can cook for myself? You know, instead of having to get somebody else to do it? Is there a way I can take care of my clothes myself instead of getting somebody else to do it? Is there a way I can vacuum the floor myself without getting somebody to do it? Is there a way I can move my furniture around myself without getting somebody else to do it? Yes, there is. I put wheels on almost everything I have. You know, my bed, it's on wheels. I can roll it out. My recliner, it's on wheels. I can roll it out. The armoire that's in the corner with my clothes in it, I can roll it out. 90% of everything I have in my suite, I can roll around, get behind it, and clean whatever. And makes it a lot nicer. You know, more that I can do. Um, I'll show you around a little bit. It's still a mess, but it's getting better. All right. There's the wires I was talking about. You know, there's Tink coming in and out of the door. She can get down to the hallway. You know, um, there's my little pantry area. Keep my food. All right. There's my sink area, which I can reach. Keep in mind, stuff is piled up a mile high in it right now, but it's really not that bad because I'll be able to take care of it tomorrow. All right. I actually feel better today. So, but the past 4 or 5 days, it's allowed that to get stacked up like that. You know, that's what it's become because I haven't been able to take care of it. My bathroom, like I said, is built in such a way that I can get to everything. There's my chair with the rollers on it. There's some trash things knocked over because I haven't felt like cleaning it up. There's my bed on wheels, my armoire on wheels, my dresser. Now that's all of the construction supplies that I've had back here in the back, because this has been a construction zone, for over a year back here in the back. This room was clean at one time and was organized. I knew where everything was, could find everything. My shop was organized. The tools hang on the pegboard in a particular spot. Now, unfortunately, they're all over the place, but I am moving them out of my room. My little other kitchen area, which is in here. All right. Got my microwave and my air fryer, my refrigerator and my freezer. All right. And this is going to be my prep table. It's like right now, like I said, everything is stacked up because it's been a week of me feeling bad. And prior to that, it was a week in the hospital, and prior to that, it was a week of getting sick that got me to the point that I was because of the poisons in my body. When I went in the hospital, they started hanging bags of antibiotics, and they did that for 4 days straight. One bag right after another, after another, after another. Started feeling better, and they sent me home on antibiotics. And my legs started looking better until it didn't. And then it started swelling up and getting red, and that's what it did. Now, here's what it looks like today. I can't never hold anything right. You see the little place on it right now, but that will the whole end of my leg within 24 hours will become blood red, and the pressure in it will build up because of the amounts of pus. And it's really interesting stuff, man. It's not gross, it's interesting, but it's just the way it is. It'll build up, and if I don't keep it drained, it'll make me sick. Now, I do have a doctor's appointment next week, and they're supposed to go in and lance it and pack it until I can get to the surgeon next, early in next year, to have part of that removed surgically, so it'll quit happening. But until then, we just have to keep it and maintain it. But I can't go to do surgery until I kind of get my breathing a little bit better, and as well as build my weight back up. So I'm pumping all the Ensure I can drink and eating everything I can eat, and trying to make sure that I take in all the nutrients and proteins and carbohydrates and all that stuff that I need to, and so now that I feel better, it's a lot easier for me to do, and so that's what I'm doing. Um, anyway, well, like I said in the last one, there's a lot of stuff I don't even remember. So CRS takes over at any given time. But what my point was being that I wanted to make was, we are all individuals. We are all unique. Don't let my anger make you angry at me. All right. It's okay for me to be angry without you being angry. It's okay for you to be angry without me being angry. It's when we both start pointing those angry fingers back and forth that we start escalating everything into a real problem. It's never a real problem until both parties start participating. So don't always be quick to jump. All right. Don't always be quick to judge. I'm guilty of it myself. All right. And I hope that the times that I am, that whoever I'm dealing with is strong enough and godly enough to understand and allow me to be there, because that's where I am today. And hopefully, if it's you getting angry, hopefully I'll have the strength and godliness in me to not turn that back around and take it personally. It's not always personal, even though you may think it is. Um, we're different. We all think, well, we're all different and we're all the same too. So I'm going to end this thing. Hopefully, all the audio will come out on this one with be nice to yourself, be nice to somebody else. And don't always take the credit for it, because it's not about you, it's about God. And if they're paranoid, don't do it on the sly. Let them know what you're doing, because you're going to really freak them out if you do something nice and they don't understand what you did it, or they don't see it coming, because that's always not nice. That's not nice at all. Don't clean something up for somebody that's paranoid and act like you didn't do it, or act or well, whatever. Just say, hey, look, I'm going to clean this up for you, because then they're going to say, okay, they're going to know it happened, and everything will be fine. But when they come in and find something done differently, all right, without knowing about it, it's going to set them off. All right, wheels are going to start turning. The spinning's going to begin to spin. All right, and I'm thankful today that I'm not spinning. Thankful today that the wheels aren't turning, but I do recognize what made them spin for me when they spun. So don't do that to somebody else. All right, I guess that's about all I can say for today. God is good. So is Tink. Queenie's hiding somewhere. I am the crazy one-legged old man in a wheelchair, live from the funny farm with Tink. Tink, come here, Tink. Come here, baby. With Tink, my baby, and she is my sweetheart. I don't know what I'd do without her, and I can't live without her. Y'all be cool. See ya.